Previously on Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy.
Na, már megint itt vagyunk egy újabb Alan Wake epizódban, méghozzá ez most már a negyedik, engedjék ki.
I couldn't think, couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Na, mindjárt jön egy szimpatikus fiatalember, és kinyitja nekünk ezt a csodálatos ajtót, hogy végre tudjunk folytatni a dolgunkat. És már megint egy rohadt írógép, komolyan.
Good evening, Alan.
Good evening, infidel.
Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Na, kövessük akkor a Hartmant.
This corridor is for patients.
Rögtön oda, ahol nem szabadna mennem. Igazából tök fölösleges ide bemászkálnom, mert semmit nem fogok elérni vele. Egyelőre még nem is tudok itt semmit fölvenni. Menjél már!
I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Na, tehát ugye utoljára itt hagytuk abba, hogy drága ellenünk a zuhant egy bazi nagyot. Egy égőfákjával a kezében, hogy ugye a sötétség ne zabálja meg. Majd utána fölébredtünk itt, amit ugye már a regényében is előrejeleztek, hogy a Hartman közölte vele, hogy egy ideje már itt van, és éppen a betege. Szimpatikusnak tűnik nektek is, mi?
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Na, és ismét csavartak egyet a történeten, tehát most ugye előadták nekünk, hogy egy teljesen logikus történetet, hogy a felesége halálát nem tudja földolgozni, és különféle mentális zavarokban szenved ebből következően, ami természetesen akár igaz is lehetne, mert meggyőző azt mondja, megelégedett árnyék mögött egy csoda világít tézi, gondolom ez Thomas Zane akar lenni, egy drága barát és költő emlékére. Igen, ez bizony Thomas Zane lesz. Mr. Hartman.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's
Igen,
a
esni
storm
fog.
coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Follow me?
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse,
Csacsok,
it gets more and more
csacsok,
difficult to
pszichoblabla,
resurface from the
hasonlók.
dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the
Árnyékként követem.
Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Elképzelem, hogy mennyire ideges lehet az, aki mondjuk speedrun csinál egy ilyen játékból, például ebből, és ilyen tehető lassú karakterek vannak benne. Bógtam. Kázi csókolom, tessék mondani, mit csinál már ott azon a kanapén. Brains.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson. Okay.
Na, annyira nem érdekel igazából, hogy mit mond a fickó.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Oké, ez egy sokkal érdekesebb beszélgetés volt, mint ez a pofa.
Come, Alan. This way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Na, olvassunk. Üdvözöljük a Cauldron Lake Lodge-on. Azért vagyunk, hogy specializált segítséget nyújtsunk, azonban vegye figyelembe a következőket. Kérje meg a barátokat és a családtagokat, hogy előrejelezzék látogatásaikat, hogy biztosítsuk, azok nem ütköznek az önterápiájával és vagy kreativitási időszakaival. Kérjük, tisztelje a többi beteg magánéletét és személyes terét, különösen ha a kreatív dolgaikkal vannak elfoglalva. Legyen türelmes, betegeink általában hosszú távú kreativitási problémákkal küzdködnek és egy éjszaka alatt nem tudják megoldani. Adja meg magának az időt, amire szüksége van. Tartsa észben, hogy önként jelentkezett a kezelés, melyet kifejezetten az önigényeire szabtunk. A terápia, levédve, program és annak nővére a folyam, levédve, segít legjobban az elme formában tartásában. Ha bármilyen gondja van, kérem ne habozzon hangot adni neki. Hát ezért üvöltöznek a pszichiátrián, értem.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a... How should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Kaptunk olvasnivalót.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Bizony az Andersonékkal még lesz egy kis dolgunk.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Ki a péket érdekel az írógép? TV?
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Köszönjük szépen, sokkal jobb volt így. Na jó, akkor nem arra megyünk, hanem vissza a szobába. Aztán utána szépen ki fog bontakozni itt minden.
Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
De persze, hogy nem maradok itt, nincs az az Isten. Na jó, errefelé nem tudok menni, akkor irányra le. Olvassunk. Ez már volt. Nem tudom.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Most már tudjátok, hogy a Mott az ugye az emberrabló volt. Köszi, fiúk!
The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch! It's time to pay the piper!
Na, akkor irány Hartman irodájába.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
He's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Igen, kicsit át lett verve. Most volt Mott elbukása, mindegy, akkor nézzük majd mást.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Na, menjünk Hartman irodájába. És itt meg mi folyik, kérem szépen?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Get out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to sled!
Barry? Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
Hát akkor már megyünk is.
Yeah. I mean, no!
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Csat. Ugye az előző fejezetben volt, hogy még mosolygott is akkor, amikor ugye... Erre nem megyünk. Gyerünk gyorsan. És arra sem megyünk, mert előbb generálni kell egyet. Gyorsan futás kifelé, mielőtt még... rossz fele megyek. Ó, basszus. A fákja jó dolog. És újabb lap.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
TV, valami? Hát ez így nem igazán illik ide. Hát az úgy vicces. Jaj, anyám, oké, ez így eléggé sok minden megmagyaráz. Na így vannak a szponzorok, tessék nézni. Mustang, Verizon. Most igazából csak olyan vagyok, mint amikor valaki a főcím után még várja, hogy valami következzen, azt nem tudom, hogy ezután még lesz-e valami, vagy... Ennyi, reklámok. Jó. Az jó munka lesz. Gyerünk. Ide. Ide. Törd már ki azt az ajtót. Hoppá. Ide gyere. Ó, basszus. Ez necces volt. Sőt, több mint necces, mert éppen, hogy csak túléltem.
Barry, I don't have a light. Take this, Al.
Mindjárt elveszem, de előbb még felfüggesztett. Én ugyanezt meg nem várom. Na, igazából egyenlőre olyan túlságosan sok minden nem tudok csinálni. Van néhány lőszerem, meg van némi elemem, aztán ennyi, és most mehetek egy szerencsétlen labirintusba. Remélhetőleg úgy, hogy túl is élem. Szevasz, öreg! Oké, ketteske is meghalt. Ne bíz Emilben, hát bízik igazából a Hartman gyerekben a hóhér. Papír.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Igen, ilyen bizarr dolgok is lesznek a játékban. Ó, szavasz! Hoppá, még egy tahó. Ja, több is van. Azt hittem, hogy van még egy valahol, de szerint nem. Még egy papír.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Na. Egyre sötétebb van, egyre durvább a helyzet. Egyre labirintusabb az egész. Na, vajon kivel fogunk találkozni? In the morning. Mr. Hartman. Ön egyáltalán nem tűnik kellemes beszélgető partnernek, azt kell mondjam. Na. Hát ez necces volt. Meg ne halljak itt már, basszus. Nem. Hú, ez necces volt, gyerekek. Hát nem erre kell tovább mennem, elszúrtam, errefelől jöttem, úgyhogy most akkor megyek vissza. Kicsikét sok ott a veréb, mint nem mondjak. Ó, szavasz! Na, legalább azt az egy bunkót szed már le. Na végre. Lényeg, hogy még élek, nagyjából jól vagyok, és fény. Gyorsan betolom egy kicsiket a seggemet, hogy még... Azaz meg is gyógyultam. Na, végre valami értelmes is. Ez az. Egy jelzőpisztoly, oké. Ó! Nem. Nem. Ezt megúsztam. Egész jól megúsztam. Fákja. Hú, de mocskos módon ki van számolva itt minden. Kemény dió, de én még keményebb dió vagyok. Na, itt fog következni az a rész, amit mindenki utálhat. Emil tervez, Tom végez. Oké, tehát akkor Thomas Zane is belefutott ebbe a drága fiatalemberbe. Revolverlőszer, lítium elemek. Nem. Na, oda úgysem jönnek utána igazából, úgyhogy ezért jók ezek a checkpointok. Na, egy kis papíros.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Na most fog jönni az a rész, amikor nekem föl kell pakolnom, de mocskos módon. Oké.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up.
Jaj, láthatatlan fal.
Kinda loose in the lock, so, don't worry about it.
Hurry up, Barry.
Úgy nem. Nem pocsékolunk, ha nem muszáj. Úgy itt nem jutsz át. Ó, köszi Barry.
For the nearest, "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.